All right, guys, I came back because this needs a part two. One thing you'll learn about me as I start to share more about my personality and how I think and explain. I overthink a lot and I overexplain a lot. But to circumvent that and to help you understand, two things are very important to me and always will be important to me: nuance and context. Without those two things, people say wild stuff all the time for a reaction. You ever talk to a friend and they tell you a crazy story and you be like, "Oh my, this is what social media is. People live for reactions and clickbait and all these things and whatnot." And why? Why is always important. People tell half stories, half truths, don't have all the information. And for me, I'm skeptical all the time. So I'm always, if I'm asking questions, it's because I need more information. And two, I need to know what to do with my emotion so you don't insult my intelligence and my intellect. It's just how I am. So part two to this, how The Rock became the villain. Also a perfect storm. Things outside of his control. Let me just be fair. CM Punk getting hurt, injuring himself, hurting his triceps in the Royal Rumble match. That's the first thing. He was supposed to have a match with Seth Rollins at WrestleMania, which would have been fantastic. Booking wise, storyline wise, and probably in the ring. I'm kind of on the fence about CM Punk's ring work for a long time, actually. He's had great matches, but in terms of like lately, this guy can't stay healthy for nothing. It's not his fault either. It's just Father Time wins, man. His age is a real thing. But Seth Rollins is a workhorse, and he could have a 5-star match with a broomstick. He's just that talented. And so CM Punk got hurt. He got injured. So they had to scrap those plans. Coming back to the Vince McMahon scandal. It's not The Rock's fault. Neither is Brock Lesnar being involved in whatever lawsuits and things like that are happening right now, or being named or alluded to. There's only one former UFC heavyweight champion in WWE, which is Brock Lesnar. Somebody will probably correct me in the comments if I'm wrong about that, but whatever. So the point is, the idea of him having to save WrestleMania is kind of laughable to me. And as a man, I understand what it's like to have confidence and pride and belief, total belief in oneself. I struggle with that sometimes, a lot of times actually. It's why it took me a long time to make certain videos. I don't like looking at myself on camera like that. If I'm being all the way real, it makes me uncomfortable. You could film me while I'm performing and doing my job, but actually being on camera like this all the time, living my life on camera, I just happen to have a gift for communication, and I love entertainment and being stimulated mentally and all these things. So I say all that to say, I understand The Rock believing that if we lost two big stars, how can we make up for that? The thing is, he is the biggest star. The problem is, right now, there's so much top talent that he didn't need to save it. His attempt to saving it is actually hurting it, which is why he's getting the reaction that he is right now. Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes, Jey Uso, Drew McIntyre. Those are the four right now. I'm a fan of Bobby Lashley. Obviously, he's not doing this program. He's busy with carrying cross and the Final Testament and all those things. But the point, again, bringing it back, he didn't need to save WrestleMania. WrestleMania was already going to be something special. Yeah, Seth Rollins would have not had this great program with CM Punk. All these things were lining up with their real life animosity and taking jabs at each other over the years. We're going to pretend that Drew McIntyre hasn't been doing his thing on TV, hasn't been a focal point for a long time. Drew McIntyre having some of the best character work he's had in his entire career, really. Like, Drew McIntyre doesn't get enough praise. This is another thing. Who else? Gunther, undefeated as Intercontinental Champion. He's been Intercontinental Champion over 600 days now. I think that's the timing of it. This guy doesn't have a bad match. You could have had Seth Rollins versus Gunther. If The Rock wanted to, quote-unquote, save WrestleMania, what he could have did was be a neutralizer for Solo Sikoa, being in Cody's corner, and then building out to WrestleMania 41, and then doing something there. I also understand, here's the problem, that the timing. When you wait so long for someone to show up to be ready for something, sometimes the mystique is gone. The allure is gone. I understand The Rock is 51 years old. I understand there's a desire and his passion. He always talks about my passion for the business, my father, my grandfather. I'm not even trying to mock him right now because, again, I am a fan. I don't hate The Rock. I'm not it's just wild to me. Again, you can die a hero or live long enough to become the villain. And I think that he overplayed his hand in trying to save WrestleMania instead of using his star power to boost who's already there and draw attention to who is already there. Rock endorsing somebody has a lot of merit. It's like this. It's wild, man. It's wild. So I had to come back and say it's not The Rock's fault that all these things happen. It's the perfect storm. I just think it's a great mistake to view himself as he having to save WrestleMania because these two big stars and these major attractions fell due to injury and real life BS. So that's the other end of it. So you're only watching this if you're a true wrestling fan. And I'm also gonna make a YouTube video, or not a YouTube video, but a YouTube channel for all my stuff when it comes to my love of wrestling, anime, like Marvel, DC stuff, and just the stuff I'm interested in music. I have a separate YouTube page for my music stuff, but if you want, you know, Curtis's personality beyond the music and all the things like that, then you'll follow McKinnon Mania. McKinnon Mania on YouTube. It's brand new. It's no followers, no things. It's just the one video I put from the last TikTok that I made, and I just shot it straight over there. Also, thank you to Solid Monster. I have to shout him out. Two things, actually. Shout out to Orange, who put me on to Solid Monster, and Solid Monster, because the consistency that he has, and he doesn't... Solid Monster, Jason Solomon, doesn't come off as one of those wrestling fans that's just that's uneducated and all the negative stereotypes that people have about wrestling fans. He doesn't have that. He's polished. He's educated. He knows what he's talking about. He does his research. And while I don't dedicate my entire life to it, I don't like coming on anybody's screen or camera looking like a caricature or a clown or whatever the case may be. So shout out to them. Shout out to y'all. And yeah, I'm going to use this platform for more wrestling content and things that I'm interested in. And TikTok will just be my playground. And we'll see what happens from there. Hopefully y'all can help me pay some bills because the mortgage went up. The bills gone up. And if y'all like me and y'all fool with me enough, y'all can help me with stuff. I kind of feel like that one Prison Bae right now. Is my hair long. And I'm like, I'm not a bad looking guy. But anyway, I'll see y'all later. Thank you for watching. Until next time.